Okay, hit it. Waves.
Today, we get a dive into the science of waves. It's an important subject for anybody who likes to do water sports, because the property of waves affects everything we do out here.
All right, let's do some wakeboarding.
So we can dissect what makes waves do what they do.
Woo! A wave is a disturbance that transfers energy from place to place. And we're using this boat to cause that disturbance. You see, the boat has energy. It transfers that energy to the water, creating mechanical waves.
A speeding boat creates a mechanical wave. Mechanical waves need a medium through which to travel. In this case, the medium is water. The type of mechanical wave created here is called a transverse wave because the direction of the wave is at a right angle to the direction the medium moves.
That means that if a wave is moving this direction, the water, its medium, is moving up and down.
All right, so it's important to know the parts of the wave, because different parts allow you to do different tricks.
We represent waves in a diagram that looks like this.
If there were no waves, the water would be flat, or in the rest position. When a boat comes along, the energy from the boat gets transferred to the water, causing a disturbance. This disturbance is called a wave. The highest part is called the crest, and the lowest part, the trough. Rob can do butter slides on the crest of the wave, gliding right on the top. To get a lot of air, he has to find the trough of a wave, then launch himself off the crest.
All right, sometimes we want to launch from some really big waves. Waves with a large amplitude.
The amplitude is the maximum distance a medium moves up or down from the resting point. How you doing, good?
So if Rob wants big waves, he wants big amplitude. And that means we need more energy.
Bigger wave! Done. To increase the amplitude of the waves created by this boat, we're adding more people. The more people we add, the more the boat is submerged, taking more energy to move it. And that energy gets transferred to the water. And the result is higher amplitude, meaning bigger waves. You ready?
All right, when a boat makes waves, it doesn't just make one, it makes a series of waves, which makes it really fun to jump. But you need to know your wavelength and frequency in order to get your timing just right.
The distance a wave travels before it repeats is its wavelength.
You can measure it from trough to trough or from crest to crest. The frequency of a wave depends on how quickly it repeats, or the number of complete waves that passes a certain point in a given period of time, say per second. By multiplying wavelength and frequency, you can find out the speed of the wave. Say Rob's wavelength here is 2 meters, and the frequency it passes the buoy is 1 time every second. If I multiply those together, I know the speed of the wave is 2 meters per second.
Another cool thing about waves is that when they meet, they combine for just a moment before continuing on their way. And we call that interference.
Destructive interference is when 2 waves combine and make a wave with a smaller amplitude. Not much fun for Rob. What we're looking for out here is 2 waves when they combine to make 1 wave with a much larger amplitude. That's constructive interference.
All right, out here we call that doubling up. You gotta hit the double up waves just right to do some of the coolest tricks. And when hitting double up waves, if you don't hit the crest just right, well, you can have some of the coolest wipeouts. Science of waves is all about transmitting energy, and the properties of waves gives us all kinds of variety out here.
Yeah, and you can learn all sorts of things about waves by just taking the time to observe. So never stop exploring your world.
And here is something for you to try at home. Next time you're out at a body of water, sit down and watch the waves go by.
Write down the wavelength and frequency, and then you'll be able to determine the speed.